Live from the campus of Darien High School, this is Varsity Girls Soccer on the DAF Media Network. Today we have the Darien Blue Wave facing off against the Westhill Vikings. Hello everyone, my name is Ted Brennan. Alongside me today is Tim Blake, and I'm honored to have Tim Blake next to me today as he's the founder of Darien Youth Soccer. Tim, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I really appreciate being here, Ted, and being invited. It's amazing looking around at the facilities that have been brought to Darien. Lee Parsons was one of my first players for the Darien DSA, and I'm very proud of the job that he's doing with the girls this year. Westhill's had a tough time, and but they're 1 win, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Looking forward to a good match today.
Tim, as you mentioned, Lee Parsons, the head coach for Darien. He's been coaching here since 2011. As for the Westhill Vikings, they have Coach Ryan Perkins. This is his 2nd season for Westhill.
Well, he told me that it's a rebuilding. He's got a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. His goalkeeper is Brand. She's a senior. She stepped up and said that she would volunteer to do it, so they don't really have they're going to be playing 5 back with the goalie, and this will be a very stern test for the other team. Yeah.
Yeah, so that goalie, as you mentioned, that's Rebecca Friedlander. So she will start in goal for Westhill, and the opposing goalie for Darien is number 1, the sophomore Jillian Fox. And as you mentioned, both teams, or excuse me, there's contrast between both teams as Westhill is underclassmen heavy, while Darien is a little top heavy, but still they have some great young prospects in their system.
Darien's going to open up with a 4-3-3 offense. Very quick and striking, very talented, and it looks like the Westhill is doing a 4-2-4. So we'll see how this plays out.
And Heighton gets us started for Darien versus Westhill on the DAF Media Network. Bellissimo's pass is intercepted as Westhill pushes it up.
This is the strike that I was talking about.
Bellissimo, senior captain, very good player, as Heighton tries to put that one on net, just a little outside there. Not able to get it where she wanted with that left foot. So Westhill will have a goal kick here. Right to a Darien defender. That's Heighton. Heighton tries to cross.
Nice cross.
Just a little far from Humphrey to Heighton, as Heighton chases that one down in that far corner. Darien doing a good early job on keeping the ball in their zone. Colette Quinn using some fancy footwork to get by as she's in.
Really nice give and go. Nice stop by the goalie.
Nice stop there by Friedlander, stopping Colette Quinn's shot there.
Nice defending.
That was Jocelyn Tyler on that far side over there. Tyler had the only goal of the game, last game for the Wave against New Canaan. They had a 1-0 victory to extend extend their winning streak to 5. They're 5-0 to start the season. As Heighton tried to cross that in, didn't get enough in there. It'll be another Darien throw.
No, I don't need these.
That's Ramsey on the throw on the far side.
Nice throwing, very nice throwing. Nice backward pass. Good team play.
Bellissimo looking for the cross. That's Quinn.
Nice save by the goalie again off a hard left foot shot.
Friedlander, another good save. And so far, the forced into the goalie role goalie's doing a great job. Darien pushing it, attacking in that offensive zone. Heighton off the left foot. Got it into Humphrey, but Humphrey just unable to get it into the net, a little to the left there. But a good play to get it inside. So another goal kick here for Westhill. So Westhill will get a throw in here. Tim, talk to me a little bit about how, or the creation of Darien Youth Soccer, as so many of these Darien girls have played in the Youth Soccer Association. That's where they got started. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, we started when my oldest boy was U8, would now be known as U8, and the Darien YMCA was running the travel program for the town, and a number of dads and myself got together and approached the Y and just said we'd like to take over all of the responsibilities from you and work with you as far as fields, et cetera, and it was done in a very amiable fashion. And we started with 75 players, U9 through U14, boys and girls, and we developed, wow.
And Quinn with a strike there.
What a shot. What a shot. That's from about the 20, 25-yard line.
About the 25, as you mentioned, she goes bar down. That's Colette Quinn, the sophomore.
One of the new rules that they're doing in the high school this year is after every goal, there's no longer a running clock. They stop the clock. Now it's back in.
So Darien takes an early 1-0 lead with only about 6 minutes elapsed here in this first half.
So as I said before, Lee was one of my first players. He played with my oldest son, and very, very good team. Made it to the state semifinals in our first year. In the following year, another group of boys that came with us were known as the Darien Dogs, and they were just, I mean, they would go seasons without losing a game. They have many state cups, and the girls were starting to come along, and we worked with Tim Chase and some other with the girls coaches. And then in 2000 we started the K through 2 program, which really exploded. That's just brought in awareness, and we mentored the 12-year-old players into becoming referees, and so everybody was getting more of a feel for it. It was it's been terrific to watch the thing, the fields, the progression of
and a trip there.
That'll be a direct. Is that the same girl who's kicking it? This
I believe
18?
18, Courtney Ball, the captain, will be taking it, it looks like here.
Now he's stopping time because he wants the girls to give 10 yards.
So a free kick here for Darien. And ball just puts it over the crossbar. A little high. Right intention, just a bit too high there.
Well, to wrap it up, the DSA had Kathy Richmond and Doug Richmond take over for me. I went on to work with the Fairfield County and then eventually the state on various boards and continued to referee high school games and youth games. But we had a strong foundation, still do, and nice.
Oh, Humphrey just had it, and it went off the crossbar.
Wow.
Oh, so close, a matter of inches.
Man, there's some serious talent out there. That's nice. So this is, after 30 years, this is what you have, a very strong soccer tradition in this town, both boys and girls, and it's been terrific to watch. They have freshman teams, they've got JV teams, they've got a lot of tryouts, it's very competitive. And, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, they had to do what they had to do, but I'm thrilled that the kids are all playing. So, that they're keeping safe and sensible things.
As you mentioned, Darien has a rich tradition of soccer here at DHS. So much talent, and that's all a product of the DSA. As Bellissimo puts it up to Humphrey, she's going to try again.
Whoa.
And off the crossbar again.
She could try that 100 times and not hit that crossbar. That's amazing.
That's 2 shots from Humphreys off the crossbar.
Well, then it went from Doug Richmond to John Gallagher, and John ran it very well for years, and now it's Mike Moore, and he's the captain of the ship, and we found that the key to it was that the youth boards worked with the other sports, the youth lacrosse, field hockey, etc., so that the kids could do, you know, both sports in the spring and in the fall. So it was with their cooperation and also with their cooperation to raise funds for the DAF, and everybody's worked together very well, and it's terrific what they've done. My hat's off to Mark.
Westhill will get a throw in here. Number 18, Liv Cognetti takes the throw. Captain Katie Chandler will take the throw in for Darien. Westhill trying to get their first offensive opportunity.
There's some very nice work coming up the side. Very nice passing.
Dolce will put that up the field. And Darien will take another throw in. Good throw from Chandler.
Wow, here it comes. Look at that. Ooh.
And just a little high there. That's heightened. So far, Darien's has gotten a bunch of offensive opportunities, only being able to capitalize on one. But if that crossbar was a little higher, it would probably be about 3-0 now.
Well, that first goal was a beauty. It's in the upper 90 of the on the right-hand side. And that's really class material.
Bellissimo towards the middle.
Really nice.
Good pass there to get it to Heighton. So it's Humphreys. Gets it in. After 3 tries, she finally gets it in. 3rd time's the charm. So we take a look there. The assist there was by Francesca Heighton. So Humphreys, after trying and trying, finally gets that goal that she's been looking for early on in this first half. So Westhill will take over in their own zone. As I mentioned before, Darien is off to an incredibly hot start, 5-0 to start their season, or 5-0-0, I should say, to start their season. And halfway through the season, they sit atop the FCIAC West. So Darien looking to extend their win streak to 6. And right now they have a 2-0 lead.
Darien's holding on to their formation of a 4-3-3 beautifully, and their passing has been incredible. Taking it wide, working with each other. Like, there's a perfect example.
New Canaan defender Sharon Cuellar was able to get that one out of there, stopping the Darien attack. And Humphrey tripped a little bit on the ball there, got her hand on it. And of course, the main rule of soccer, as we all know well, is you can't use your hands unless you're the goalie.
9 for 17. Intentionally.
Intentionally, yes. Number 9, Lily Atkinson checks in for Westhill. Westhill getting a fresh pair of legs here on the field, as it is a lot hotter than expected in mid-October.
I was kind of hoping that this cover that we had this morning would hold.
It didn't, and it turns out to be a beautiful day. A little on the hot side for mid-October, but regardless, still a beautiful day for some soccer.
Yeah, it is beautiful, but when I played, refed, and coached, having some of these players are looking directly into the sun, which makes it tough on the left attack.
Chandler gets an opportunity here and puts it in off the goalkeeper's hands. So we take a look there. Senior captain Katie Chandler essentially took it herself with the one tap from Colette Quinn. So Darien will take a 3-0 lead here.
These are all quality goals. This is not a mistake by the goalie or the backfield. These are all real strong attacks. I don't understand this at all, but the 4-4-2. But coach said from Westhill that they were going to be stacking the defense, and I guess that's what they've been trying to do.
Number 14, Sadie Stafford checks in for number 22, Shea Dolce for the Wave, as the Wave have another opportunity. That's Heighton. Tried to get that into Humphrey, but a good play there from the Westhill defense.
Nice break up there by Westhill.
Westhill having a tough time getting it out of their zone, as that one will just pass midfield.
Nice play back. Nice give and go.
Good little tap there from Humphrey, as Bellissimo's going to take a strike. And a
unbelievable
far down shot from Bellissimo by right at that white line as we take a look here. Just eked it over the goalkeeper's hands. So Darien will take a 4-0 lead here early on in this first half. So 4-0 here. Darien, they take an early lead as Heighton will get tripped up there from, that's Cuellar who got Heighton there.
Good call by the referee.
So Darien will have a free kick here. We'll have it right about that white box on your screen you see there. That's Jocelyn Tyler who will be taking the kick. A shot from Maggie Ramsey was blocked. The second opportunity goes
Nice
right to
save.
the goalkeeper. Good save there from Friedlander.
Yeah, she's improved her punting a great deal.
So Westhill will get that to Fox, and Fox will just kick that one away. So far, Fox hasn't had much to do. She had 4 saves in the last game against New Canaan. Bellissimo to Humphrey.
Offsides.
Offsides. Good intention there, just a little too far from Humphrey. And
Referee's doing a nice job.
looks like Darien and Westhill are going to make some substitutions here in the next coming minutes. It might be a good time.
That's a nice non-call handball by the ref.
As I was mentioning, it might be a good time for Parsons to get some of these younger players in. As a trip there. That was number 25, Ella Cognetti, on senior captain Nell Niffen, as Darien will take over and looking to attack again.
Oh my goodness.
And another good strike there.
Far post.
Maggie Ramsey unassisted.
And Maggie Ramsey takes that unassisted as we take a look here. Good shot there. Just again out past Friedlander's hands. And Darien takes a 5-0 lead here. They're just 2 away from tying the score of the last time they played each other. The last time Westhill faced off against Darien at Westhill, it was a 7-0 win for the girls of Darien.
We have to remind ourselves that Darien's very talented and has a lot of strength, and these girls from Westhill were sophomore, freshmen, and a couple of juniors, and only 3 seniors. So they're in their learning process, and this is painful, but they'll remember it in a good way.
And it's not like Westhill is short of talent. It's just that this Darien team is.
They were very powerful.
Hey, I mean, it's shown by their 5-0 record.
Yes.
And in a couple of years, or maybe in the next coming years, Westhill will be at the top of the FCIAC, because they're going to have a lot of players with 2, maybe 3 years of varsity experience under their belt.
They have a rich history, and they lost some players this year to graduation but they're going to be back within 2 or 3 years. They've got some talent out here that just has to learn how to work together. They had a nice performance against Stanford.
Their last game was against Stanford. They tied them 0-0. So about halfway through this first half, It is a 5-0 ball game in favor of the Wave.
Oh, nice through ball. That's really nice. Oops.
And a trip there. I'd like to remind everyone that the DAF Media Network is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. So Darien will take a free kick from the far side of the field here. That's Tyler on the kick.
I like the way the Darien players are positioned.
And
Wow.
just a little high.
That's a strong kick.
Tyler was looking for Courtney Ball, but just a little high there. And Darien's been doing pretty well out of the set plays so far with the couple of free kicks that they've had. And Westhill will take a goal kick here.
Nice moves.
Hard kick there
Ooh.
from Sadie Stafford, but a Westhill defender got in the way and took the brunt of that. And I'm sure she'll feel that tomorrow morning.
I think she's going to feel it now. Nice work there by the girls.
Heighten in the box.
Nice save by the goalie. Well done.
Good save there from Friedlander. And it's not like Friedlander's having a bad game. Darien is just placing it in,
Just
in
ridiculous
spots where she can't get it. We've seen the one where it just went over her hands. We saw it bounce off her hand on a diving stop.
Yeah, 2 in the upper corners. I mean, that's
Exactly, 2 in the upper corner from about the 25-yard line.
yeah.
Those are just, you know.
No one's stopping those.
So if you're Friedlander, you know, you have a lot to hang your hat on. You've been making a couple good saves, and can't really get down about the 2 in the upper right and the one just above her fingertips.
No, she shows she has proper techniques for the goalie as far as where and how to use her hands. So for literally a rookie or senior year, she's done a remarkable job because this has been an onslaught the first 30 minutes here.
Sophie Smith will check into the game for Francesca Heighton and the Blue Wave, as Parsons is starting to sub in some of those younger players to get them some good experience here. Westhill throw in here. That's Sophia Aquino.
Westhill ball again. Yep.
Aquino will take another throw here. And Westhill will get that out of their zone. These last couple of minutes, Westhill's been doing a good job trying to put some pressure on.
They're stepping up.
As Niffen tried to take the length of the field. She normally plays that last line of defense, but she saw an opportunity and ran with it. Darien wearing their home blues, as Westhill is wearing the white. Darien is accented with the pink accessories today, supporting breast cancer awareness, as October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As a shot attempt there from Darien goes out behind the goal line.
Westhill the last 5 or 6 minutes has been playing much better game. They're passing to each other, not just kicking the ball.
That's something you definitely want to see here. Getting good reps and making the reps count for Westhill. As you mentioned, they've been doing a great job in these last couple of 5-6 minutes. And I'm sure if you're Coach Ryan Perkins for Westhill, you just want to get some developmental things down.
As I said, it's just going to take a couple of years of experience playing with each other, and there's some definite talent out there.
Shot attempt there, right to Friedlander. She gets another good punt away. From the start of the game to now, she's been much improved on her punting.
Yeah.
Something that every good goalie has in their toolbox.
Well, I like the way that she, when the ball is kicked at her, how she puts her hands out and pats the ball straight down. That's the technique that takes a while for a goalie to learn, but she's pretty good at it.
Sophie Smith on the far side. Unable to get anything going.
That's a nice turn. Nice turn. Oops. Nice play. Nice intercept. Nice stepping up by Westhill right there.
Tried the give and go there, Darien did, but just a little hard off the return feed. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our production crew, Thomas Kiernan, our director, Will Eriks on instant replay, Will Forresta on the main camera, and Harrison Bell on the ISO camera, doing a great job of bringing you all the action today here from the Oval at Darien High School. Darien playing it in their own zone. That's ball on the far sideline for Darien.
Nice passing once again.
Darien, early on in this first half, has done a great job of moving the ball around, completing most of their passes.
Pushing from the back, that's going to earn Darien a free kick, direct.
So Darien's had a couple of free kicks early on here, and they've done a good job on their set plays on their free kicks. They'll be looking to convert another opportunity here.
Darien stacking the left side. That's where the ball went. Nice save by the goalie.
A strike there from Maggie Ramsey, right to Friedlander.
There's another good punt.
It's a good boot away there out of the Westhill zone. And Tim, as we've mentioned a couple of times, you are the founder of Darien Youth Soccer. Did you ever imagine that it would grow to the 1,500 kids that you have, or that's in the program today, or did you see it being a smaller type of thing?
Well, we really didn't envision 1,500 kids. First of all, we didn't have any of the field access that we have today. And we didn't have a lot of things in place. We just grew. But as I grew with going to other towns and other clubs and seeing what they were doing all throughout the state and reffing and seeing what other clubs were doing. We were cherry picking ideas from each one of those clubs. We basically started out by modeling ourselves after the New Canaan program. And no, flatly no, I had 1,500. I mean, the K through 2 program is really what, once we got the kids into it, nice passing by Darien here. Nice defending, too, by Westhill. Goal kick. But it was the K through 2 program which really, we started right, I think it was 2000 or 01, and then Kathy Richmond just picked that up and just ran with it. And again, we had no idea what we were doing. It was just by the seat of our pants. And they have developed it. And, I'm very proud to go by the Middlesex School and seeing that on Saturdays in the fall, and again going by the town hall and seeing games out there, and the facilities and what the town has done, and what the school has done. Nice turn, nice.
I know when I was growing up, going Saturday mornings to the Middlesex field and playing K through 2, I kind of took it for granted a little bit. Never realized how much it grew from when you started to where it is now.
That's the feeding. That's the system that the good town clubs have, is they start them at that age. That's how Westport has their history. New Canaan, Greenwich, all of them, all of the big clubs. Darien's now one of the larger of the clubs in the state.
That's something that Darien has tried to do with all their sports, starting them younger, as we see teams or schools and towns such as Ridgefield, Wilton, and so many others starting so young, and you have a group of kids who have played together literally since they were 5 years old.
Right. It's Lee's class of '99 DHS team had played together since they were 8.
Wow.
The entire senior class. That was one good team. So was the class of 2000. But then the girls program has really blossomed in the last 15, 20 years. But again, you need the numbers, and nice kick.
Good corner kick there, yeah.
No one home. What's going on? Oh, throw in.
That's Maggie Ramsey on the throw-in for the Wave. Ramsey is one of those names that you hear a lot in Darien. Her older sister Katie played soccer and basketball here for Darien. So Maggie's looking to carry on that Ramsey legacy.
Niffen, too, is another name that's...
Niffen, Fox.
Yep.
Anna Fox, I know, played here. She was a senior captain. Her older brother, Ethan Fox, is the senior captain of the boys team this year.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So the Fox family has had a lot of soccer players. And Jillian is just the latest installment.
Nice defender. Nice defender. Clear it. Westhill needs to spread it out. There you go.
Jillian Fox, the goalkeeper. Get that to Warble. And that's something you like to see. You like to see a lot of families, a lot of different generations play and continue on. And they all came through, or most of these kids came through that K through 2 and the youth soccer.
Right, and then we also had it where you had travel teams, and then you had another level. So for the kids that didn't want to commit full time to it or couldn't, we'd always try and find a home for them. So because we wanted to these kids were all growing up together with each other, and so they didn't want them all of a sudden said, well, I didn't make the team, so I don't know what to do. We would find a place for them.
I'm sure it's somewhat amazing to watch as you know that these girls have come up through your system with something that you've
Well,
created.
I created it, but the system has evolved. I mean, there are a lot of moving parts here, and
Yeah.
I certainly can't take credit for all of them. But this is what happens when you continue to learn and evolve, and that's what these people have done through Doug and Kathy Richmond and John Gallagher and his commitment and Mike Moore's. And it takes a board of the youth to listen to other towns, to hear what other people are doing and what works, because what works in this town may not work in another. But you learn by doing that kind of stuff.
So about 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Darien has a 5-0 lead. And once again, the DAF Media is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. So Darien keep doing a very good job this half, keeping it in the offensive zone. Westhill really hasn't had a good opportunity in this first half to push it into their offensive zone. So in the second half, they'll look to turn that around.
Nicely done by the keeper, calling it out.
She'll opt to roll that one out instead of punt it away. So Coach Lee Parsons has used this opportunity to try to get as many players in as possible. We've seen almost a complete platoon swap of players.
This is an excellent opportunity for him to get in at any of the freshmen and sophomores that don't see a lot of time.
And that's, one of these another thing about this Darien team is that not only do they have talent, they're also so deep in the talent that they have.
Yeah, your backup is as strong as a lot of teams' first stringers. But there's a good example of a nice turnaround, nice shot, finding the open player.
A lot of these West Hill defenders are eating some of these rockets.
Well, he said he was going to pack the defense, and
certainly doing that.
Yeah.
Westhill trying to push the offense on that far side of the field, but Darien will take a quick throw in. That's Ramsey.
I think in the second half, Westhill is going to have to learn how to take the ball to the wings and bring it down the sides, because Darien is not going to give up anything down the middle.
We've seen that with Darien. They've done a great job of using the entirety of the field.
Well, there's a perfect example. It's gone from one side to the other on 3 passes. Now back to the middle. Give and go. Now, nice defending by Westhill.
Off of Westhill, Darien throw in.
Whoops. Westhill throw in now.
Westhill will look to get it further up this Darien offensive. Less than a minute now.
I will say the referee on this side has done a really nice job of calls and non-calls and keeping the game under control. Nice defending there. Darien going right down the middle again.
Inside.
Ooh.
Almost looked like a knuckleball there.
Yeah.
But Friedland able to get that. Friedlander, excuse me. As that'll do it for the first half here at the Oval. Darien has a 5-0 lead going into the second half. And Tim, what did you see out of this Darien team?
Well, it's, the skill level is so high. They can bring it to the wings. They can go down the middle. They know how to cross. They know how to take advantage of every mistake from the opposing team. And the opposing team has been, what Westhill has been trying to do is to go up the middle. And you're just not going to be able to do that against Darien. You're going to, if you're going to attack, you're going to have to take it to the far corners and cross. So this is the first time, unfortunately, I've been able to watch Darien. I'd spoken with Lee, and he told me it was a real good, strong team. But this is a lot better than this is really strong. Westhill, it's a learning experience. It's, I think, even though the score doesn't indicate a 5-0, they've played very well against a very, very strong team.
So 5-0 here at the half. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back on the DAF Media Network.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
In 2008, a group of 4 women came together to create a playground by the beach for kids to have fun.
We thought it would be great to have a playground at the beach. We live in a community that's on the water, and it would be really fun to be able to appreciate that.
There was a playground here originally, but it was in the backwoods and there were mosquitoes. It was very, very unappealing and no one wanted to go there. Building and designing and fundraising the playground definitely took a good amount of time.
We had to fund it. It was $250,000. We had an estimate given to us. We had to fundraise for that amount of money, and we started out with different ways of doing that.
One of my good friends did PR, one did the graphic design. I ended up being in charge of selling all of the bricks. We had someone doing the playground design, and we were all moms who were mothers of preschoolers who had just left the workforce.
We approached a lot of different big companies, and they said they couldn't fund us. We weren't really reaching the amount that we needed to reach. We decided to go ahead and ask the Darien Foundation for a large donation to kind of kickstart the campaign.
The Darien Foundation wanted us to expand the project a little bit because they felt like the playground was really only for the 2 to 6-year-olds. Once the Darien Foundation agreed to pledge money, the town agreed that we could put swings in.
When other people heard that we had gotten money from the Darien Foundation, they were able to say, well, this is going to happen. This idea is actually going to come to fruition. So a lot of people then came on as funders. Local businesses came, more families decided to buy bricks because they knew that this playground was really going to happen. It wasn't just some pipe dream of 19 moms.
Well, one of the great aspects of the playground as we designed it was that we had it open to the beach because the kids love running back and forth to the water and then back to the playground.
One of my favorite parts of the playground is that it's in the shape of the nautical theme with the ship and the lighthouse, given that it's on the beach.
It's because of the playground that the parents come and really take the time and enjoy, have their coffee, and watch their kids grow up and have fun.
Playground by the Sound has been an important part of the community for 10 years. During our 3rd annual Weed Beach Fest this June, we made the playground kind of a center point of the actual event. In honor of the 10th birthday of the Playground by the Sound, the Darien Foundation hosted our Kids Cove, and for the first time we were able to offer it open and free to the public for over 400 kids to enjoy, and we are so thankful for the Darien Foundation.
The Playground by the Sound grant had a big impact on the Darien Foundation in 2 ways. Number one, it was one of our first big capital grants, and we were really excited to partner with the 4 moms that brought the project to us here at Weed Beach. The second thing is it got people to feel in town that they could come to us and make presentations and bring their good ideas, and we would be receptive and open to hear those ideas. And it's created a great dialogue between the Darien community and the Darien Foundation.
People need to know that they can do something like this on their own, and with partnering with the Darien Foundation to actually do the funding made it happen.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the Playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by person to person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, for those of you just joining us, Darien has a 5-0 lead here going into the second half. And once again, for those of you just joining us here on the DAF Media Network, my name's Ted Brennan. Alongside me is the legendary Tim Blake.
Oh, honestly, Ted, please. As I was pointing out to you during halftime, the far side of the field, the eastern sideline, those players are going to be looking directly into the sun as the sun begins to set. So it's going to be advantageous for Darien to attack from the left towards the right.
So Westhill will begin with it here as Darien took it in the first half, and we are underway with the second half here on the DAF Media Network. Audra Hansen on that throw in for Westhill.
Nice play. Nice defense.
Good pass there from Darien. Smith on the attack.
Coming in from the left. Nice save by the goalie.
Good save there from Friedlander.
I tell you what, for being Brant, 5 games into a season, having never done it before, she's doing a remarkable job.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 5 games into a shortened season, she's done a bang-up job here. She's doing really, really well, even with the exception of the goals early on in this game. And as we talked about before, there were 2 in the right corner that screamed in from about 25 yards. There's one that went off her hands and one that over the fingertips. But other than that, she's done a terrific job.
She really has. She's grasped the whole thing of cutting down the angles, and you know, if she'd have to have been 7 feet tall to save some of those shots.
So something that we haven't really mentioned is that each team in the CIAC, or at least in the FCIAC, will play each other twice. They'll have a home and away due to the COVID condensed season. Each team will play about 10 matches, playing each team in their division about twice. Darien and Westhill are in the FCIAC West. They're on the opposite spectrums, as Darien is first in the FCIAC West and Westhill is at the bottom. But
it's a tough division. Really
yeah,
tough.
It's a very tough division. In the FCIAC West, there are the likes of Darien, Stanford, Greenwich, New Canaan, all incredibly tough teams to play. But for the girls to have a season at all is just remarkable.
I think it's terrific what they've done. I mean, State of Massachusetts High School has really put the brakes on a lot of the rules, and no throw-ins, and no, you can't form a wall to help defend, and you can't get within 6 feet of a player. It's but at least they're playing.
At least they're playing, exactly. And one of the precautions that each team had to take during the training for this season is that they had to practice in cohorts. So each captain and one other senior, give or take, would take underclassmen, and they would practice in that cohort. So each cohort would focus on a different skill or focus on a different aspect of the game. And they were trying to, or the point of all of the cohorts was to mitigate the risk and the spread of the virus. So you'd be playing with the same couple of people every day at practice.
Yeah, and as long as the other schools adhered to the same philosophy, and I think that was mandatory.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's then you know what you're playing up against, and that plenty of precaution.
It looks like Westhill will have a throw-in on the far side of the field there. Westhill looking to get their first good opportunity of the game here. And Westhill will put that one behind the goal line. And Fox will have an opportunity here at a goal kick with about 6 minutes elapsed here in this second half.
How do you say her name? She's doing. I've been noticing number 24 playing left back, Bryn Karzewski, and she's marking number 23, a very talented player from Westhill, and she's doing a real nice, fine job.
That goes back to the depth and the talent of this Darien team, as Karzewski is only a sophomore and getting some good varsity minutes here in this game.
As we suspected, Westhill has picked it up considerably and is starting to move the ball a little bit. Swinging it wide out to as we suspected would happen, cutting it back. Boy, Darien is just smothering.
And a good job there from the Westhill defense to break it up, not allowing Darien to get another opportunity, as Darien will play that one back to Fox. Warble will get that one up to Min, who gets it up to Smith. Min.
Oh, nice cross.
Tried to get that one. Tried to get that one towards, I believe. Yes. Min tried to get that one to number 9, Kelly Holmes, excuse me. And it was just out of the reach of Holmes, as Westhill will make a couple substitutions and get some fresh legs here. Darien inside, tried a little give and go game.
Westhill continues to clog up the middle.
That was some good hustle on the far side by Hannah Shaw for Darien, but it looked like that one rolled out of bounds for a Westhill goal kick. Friedlander able to get her hands on that ball.
Nice play for a sophomore. That's nicely done.
Darien will get a free kick here. And Tim, we talked about this a little bit at halftime. You played your college ball, or you played college soccer, and you know, how different is it playing in college than it is in high school?
Well, it depends upon the level of skill at the school you went to. I went to a small D3 school in Atlanta, Georgia, which was known for its baseball, basketball, and golf. The name of it was Oglethorpe University. It would be considered today a D3. And we play a mishmash of teams back in the late 60s, and we went up against University of Jacksonville, which was number 4 in the country at the time, Clemson, University of Georgia, and we were not at that level, but we could compete at a D3 level. So the kids, when they come out of high school, they get a little bit intimidated the first year, but now it's become, they're really, by the time they come out of high school as senior year, they're ready. You're not in as much in awe, but you'll also be playing with other kids that know how to play.
Darien is one of those schools that has
has
done a great job of producing college-level talent.
Oh, yeah.
They have talent at all of D1, D2, and D3 schools.
They do.